Hi, Hector. It's really good to meet you. I'm glad you came in today. Before we get started, I wanted to go over a few important things. What we talk about here is confidential, meaning it stays between us unless there's a concern about your safety or someone else's safety, or if it's required by law. I do want to let you know that this is a space where you can talk openly without judgment, and we'll go at a pace that feels comfortable for you. How does that sound?
Yeah, I guess that sounds okay.
Okay, great. To start, can you tell me a little about yourself and what's been going on lately?
Honestly, things have been really hard. Ever since the accident, everything changed. I can't work like I used to, and that's all I've ever done. I feel useless.
It sounds like the accident took away something that was really important to you.
Yeah, I worked construction my whole life. That's how I provided for my family, and now I can't even do that.
So, can you tell me what has been the hardest part of that for you?
Really not being able to take care of my family. I'm supposed to be the man of the house, and my wife shouldn't have to do no work. That's my job.
So, being able to provide and be strong for your family is a big part of who you are.
Exactly. And now I feel like I failed them.
Thank you for sharing that, Hector. I also wanted to ask, before today, you completed a short questionnaire about alcohol use called the audit. Would it be okay if we talked about your answers today?
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
So, looking at it, what stood out to you when you were answering those questions?
I mean, I guess I didn't realize how much I've been drinking lately. It's kind of become an everyday thing.
Okay, can you please tell me more about that?
I drink mostly at night. It helps me with the pain and helps me stop thinking so much.
So, looks like the alcohol is helping you cope with both the physical pain and everything going on emotionally.
Yeah, it's really the only thing that really helps right now.
Okay, so what have you noticed happens after you drink?
Sometimes I get more irritated. My wife says I shut down or even get angry, but I just don't want to deal with anyone.
Okay, so on one hand, it helps you cope, but on the other hand, it's starting to affect your relationship. What has your relationship been like with your wife recently?
It's not good. We argue a lot, and she wants to help, but I just get frustrated, and I feel like she doesn't understand.
Okay, so it sounds like you're feeling misunderstood and that frustration is coming out in the relationship.
Yeah, and I know it's not really fair to her, but I just don't know how to deal with all this.
Okay, so how about your kids?
I don't really spend time with them like I used to. They ask me to play or do things, but I just don't have the energy or I'm in pain.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds really painful. Wanting to be there for them, but feeling like you can't.
Yeah, I hate it.
Well, what has all this been like for you emotionally?
I feel angry and honestly kind of ashamed. Like, I'm not the man I used to be.
Well, there's a lot of anger, but also some deep sadness and shame about how things have changed. It sounds like part of you is starting to see that some things like drinking or pulling away might not be helping long term. But another part of you is just trying to get through each day. Would you say that's true, Hector?
Yeah, that is exactly how it feels.
Well, I'm wondering, what kind of husband and father do you want to be, even with everything that's happened?
I honestly want to be there for them. I want to support them, spend time with my kids, and be someone they can truly count on.
Being present and supportive and dependable really matters to you.
Yeah,
Okay, how do you feel things are going right now compared to that?
Not even close. I feel like I'm just pushing everyone away.
Well, there's a big gap between where things are and where you want them to be. What concerns you most if things stay the same?
I could really lose my family, or even my kids might stop wanting to be around me.
And what might be different if you made even a small change?
Maybe things would get better, or maybe I feel a little more like myself again.
Okay, that shows how much you care about your family and your role in their lives. What's one small step you really feel you could take this week?
Maybe I could try spending some time with my kids each day, even if it's just a little bit.
Well, that sounds like a really meaningful step. Would you also be open to looking at your drinking, maybe cutting back a bit this week?
Yeah, I think I could try.
Okay, so your goals could be spending time with your kids each day and beginning to reduce your drinking. Does that feel manageable?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Hector. So as we wrap up, I want to summarize what we talked about today. You shared how much your injury has impacted your identity, your role as a provider, and your relationship. We also talked about how alcohol has been helping you cope, but may also be creating challenges. At the same time, you've expressed how important your family is and your desire to be more present with them. And you've also identified some steps you're willing to take. I really appreciate your honesty today, and it takes strength to talk about this. So, how are you feeling about today's session?
I actually feel a little better. Like maybe things can change.
Well, Hector, I'm really glad to hear that. We can keep building on this next time. Thank you for being here today, Hector.